So this year I went to NashiCon 2015. It's in South Carolina, and it's the oldest convention in South Carolina. It grew out of the Nashi group in Columbia, but now it's not on the college campus anymore. It's in the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center, and they had good parking across the street, so that worked out well. I got through registration, and then I managed to find the panels I was trying to get to. I went to the History of Vocaloid and Ocarina Quest. I got there a little bit after it opened, and the Vocaloid panel was fun. I got to see some stuff. It wasn't strictly academic, but at the same time, you know, sometimes that's a good thing. So we watched videos and listened to music, and he showed off some stuff and went over the history. Then I went to the Ocarina panel. The ocarina is a musical instrument you see pictured here. It's green and white, or it could be any color, but it's a musical instrument sort of like a flute, and it came to, well, it's a very international instrument. It started off in Italy, then went to Japan, then to China, and then it came back to the US, and it's really just kind of been, it does stuff. It was used in World War II for morale, and then it came back to Western culture with the Ocarina of Time in Zelda. No, that was not a made-up instrument. After that, I was hungry, so I met new people, took some pictures, and I was waiting on food. You see, the convention center has a no outside food policy, but they kept running out of foodstuffs, like the yakisoba table was out of noodles for about half an hour, and when I first got there, the hamburger stand was out of cheese and fries, and I don't remember what else, but they kept running out of things, and, well, this is my plate of yakisoba, and it was okay. If I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have gotten so many vegetables. But I also checked out the dealer's room. It was kind of okay. It wasn't too big, and I kind of wandered for a little bit. I was at one point planning to meet up with my good friend Michelle, and I did eventually catch up with her, but I got to meet some other interesting people throughout the day too. I also happened to bump into one of my old friends. She tells me she's cosplay famous now, and here she is cosplaying Rainbow Bright with a Final Fantasy kind of theme and style. And yeah, she had a panel that I went to late in the evening. Overall, it was pretty good. I also did finally get to catch up with Michelle. She was playing escort for, well, she was... You see, when people are in big costumes like Pyramid Head is, they can't always see very well, and everybody wants a picture. Absolutely everybody. I'm not kidding. So, when we hung out, we were also kind of showing off the Pyramid Head costume, and I got to see what a costume person handler is like. It's actually kind of fun because people stop you and you get some interesting poses, and overall it's a good experience. And you also meet some interesting people. That jaw actually moved whenever he spoke, so that was awesome. We spent some time hanging out outdoors while it wasn't raining, and generally got to have fun. This girl had a very interesting dress. It did that spinning thing. I don't know the terms, but it was interesting. And also, she totally did not fall over. Definitely didn't get dizzy or fall over, though she did get kind of close. And yeah, I also chilled a little bit in some other places, and I got to meet some new people. I got to meet a lady cosplaying Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, and we hung out for a little bit. I got to pass time, and yeah, overall it was a pretty good experience. Of course, a lot of the convention is just meeting up with interesting people and having fun. I felt like the panels were okay. It's a fan-run convention, so of course it wasn't high pressure and it wasn't big dollar, but there was a lot of good, friendly people there, and there was also a game room where I chilled out for a little bit. I got to see some interesting games there. Overall, I think I did have a good time. It was a decent day trip, although it was probably a little more than I should have done in one day. But I had a pretty good experience, and I might go back next year.